Hi guys, it's Alicia Ohana, your Miss Canada Petite 2016-2017. I'm just going live right now. I'm going to share a little bit of my experience with you for Miss Canada Glow Productions. So I'm just going to wait until we have about 20 people. Let me know if everything's okay and you can see me. It's kind of a bright room, so. My pageant director, Mayas, has joined us. She is one of the most amazing directors I have ever met, and I'm so proud to belong to this pageant solely because of her. So again, we're just gonna wait for about 20 people. Doing this afternoon, so I brought my sash and my crown. I have more at home, but I'll show you the crown after. I have a few more. Just trying to not be so bright. So for any girls watching right now, I actually put in my application in December. I'll just say this before everyone joins. Hi, Caitlin and Shanley. How are you guys doing? It's really bright right here. 1 second. There we go. Okay. All right. Thanks, Caitlin. I wish I could see everybody as well. Some of my pageant sisters are joining right now. Thank you, Elodie, for sharing. Just trying to find a way that I can share this as well. Thank you, Shanley. Okay. Great, so you are with Miss Canada Petite. I'm under 5'6", that's why I am labeled Petite. Wait, we almost have 10 people, this is great. Oops, sorry. Thanks for tuning in from the Philippines. That is so cool. I don't think I've ever had a viewer from that far away. Hi, Christy. Thank you guys for sharing the link. Just keep sharing and encouraging all your friends to keep sharing as well so we can get as many people watching as possible. And if anybody has any questions, they can type them in right away and I'll do my best to answer them. Glenda just joined. She was my roommate. We had a lot of fun and she actually went international, I think to Malaysia, and she did really well and she had a great time. So everybody gets amazing opportunities with Miss Canada Glow Productions, and many girls have gone international and have enjoyed going international immensely. And we have a great team and a great director taking care of everybody when they come back from international as well. So hey everyone, Jenny just joined. She is a legacy queen, I think. And she helped us a lot. She helped me get ready for the pageant as well and showed us all of her bikinis that she used for international and her costumes and everything. So that was really exciting. Hello, events and pageants to Critic. My name is Alicia Ohana. I'm Miss Canada Petite 2016-2017, and I'm just here to answer questions today for those of you who are joining. So it's super, super exciting to be doing this on behalf of my pageant. let me know when I'm good to start, and I will start right away. Jenny's is not working. Okay, so we're just waiting for a few more people to join. Thank you, Miss Canada Petite World, for sharing our page. So I'm just going to start the video now, and I'm going to explain how I got into the Miss Canada Globe pageant and why I love it so much and why I'm now such an advocate of pageantry. So at the beginning of last year, it was about January, I had a client come into my salon. I'm an esthetician, and she said, I'm so sick of my life. I just want to try something new. And I said, I agree. I want to try something new too. I'm so tired of working all the time. So we agreed to start the year of yes. And while I was doing a modeling production, I was assigned to help hire girls to help model. And on her resume, she had Miss Canada Globe delegate. She didn't win, but she competed with Miss Canada Globe. And it was for the petite category as well, actually. And I just saw that on her resume. It was so full of experiences and volunteer work and modeling, and she was a whole bunch of things. So I decided to invite her to be interviewed, and I just asked her how Miss Canada Globe helped her, and where it got her, if it got her all these experiences. And she said it was one of the most amazing experiences, and she couldn't have asked for a better experience to get her involved with her community, to get her involved with modeling. She highly recommended it to me. And me, I have no experience with pageantry or modeling and everything. So I said, you know what, I'm going to look into it. So I looked into Miss Canada Globe Productions, and I saw that they send about 20 girls international every year, as opposed to other pageants who send just the winner. So for me, it was like, okay, well, if I sign up and I put in an application, even if I don't win, there's a chance of me traveling internationally and getting to do all these amazing things, like go into modeling and go into different stuff, which helped the girl I interviewed as well. So that's the reason why I joined Miss Canada Globe Pageants, and that's how I got involved with pageantry. What do I do as Miss Canada Petite? Well, since I was crowned, I've actually started Ohana support circles, and I had a group meeting, and I invited people to come and just speak about experiences that they've had, because at Miss Canada Globe Productions, a lot of the delegates were actually affected by trauma and depression and rape and abuse. And I just thought, wow, in a group of 80 girls, almost all of us have had a traumatic experience and a bad experience, and it helped us so much to do something called confidence training, which Eden Pereira hosts. And it's the only pageant in Canada that hosts confidence training. So we all shared our stories about how we dealt with our depression and trauma, and I found that it helped so much, and it made me think, oh my gosh, I would love to bring this back to Vancouver, where I'm from, and start a support circle for girls like MCGP had instilled in me. It gave me the confidence to want to go out into my community and make it better for girls like the 80 of us. And now we have support sisters all over Canada, thanks to Miss Canada Globe Productions and confidence training that they instilled in us. So I've done that. I'm now on the board of Yaffa Housing Society, which is a mental health organization for Jewish people in the Vancouver community. I've helped the Jewish National Fund. I've helped BC Cancer Society. I've helped Make-A-Wish Foundation, Shine Mental Health, AIDS Walk to Thrive. I've cooked meals for Ronald McDonald House. I've appeared at Vancouver Fashion Week and Vancouver Alternative Fashion Week. I'm also invited back. I've planted a peace bowl. I've done the run for breast cancer. I've done events for the LGBTQ community in Vancouver. I've spoken at Diwali Fest and the Youth Engagement Gala. It just goes on, and I have commitments coming up for the next 2 months that people have asked me to come and do as Miss Canada Globe Productions, as Miss Canada Petite, sorry, on behalf of Miss Canada Globe Productions. So I feel that they've given me a key to every door in my city. I can go anywhere and go to any event and go, hey, I have done this pageant and I just want to make connections with people in Vancouver as a pageant member and get my message out there and help. And I'm invited everywhere with VIP status thanks to Miss Canada Glow Productions. So there were two stages to the pageant. There was a regional assessment where we got titled to our province or city. So I was titled as Miss British Columbia, and there were a few other girls that were also titled within my province. But the point being, everyone gets their regional title. So nobody walks away without a crown or sash. You are welcome to go back into your community and go with your regional title. So that's an amazing point. And the regional competition was so much fun because we got to do opening numbers. It was kind of like a mini version that prepared us for the actual pageant week. So we got taught how to runway walk. We got taught how to answer interview questions on opinions, which was amazing. And we were trained by Meji Mazilis. She is an amazing walker and a model and a fashion design student. And Kim also taught us how to dance, and he is an amazing, amazing trainer as well. So regional assessment was really amazing, and they also offered confidence training as this. So that was really awesome. Yeah, I'm just reading some of the comments this year. And Elodie is right. MCGP is the only pageant that send not only winners to compete international, but also the runner-up. Also, something I forgot to mention is this is a free giveaway. So for any girls watching, if you are interested, we are giving a free application away today. So make sure to send your name, age, height, email, and phone number into the Miss Canada Glow Productions mailbox, and it will get you signed up and do a little phone interview, and you could win a free application, which is super, super exciting. So for pageant week, I loved pageant week. I loved everything about this pageant, to be honest. But pageant week was super, super fun. Meals were covered. We got roommates, and I think it was, we switched rooms twice. So we got new roommates throughout the duration of the pageant. Younger girls, teens, are also roomed with older girls for protection. There is security. There is no problems whatsoever with your daughters being with the pageant alone. Even if you're from other provinces traveling to Toronto, everything is completely covered. Maya and her team are really great at looking after the girls, and we didn't have problems. So everything was great. There's also other pageant moms involved that are watching the girls while we are touring around Toronto and everything. We traveled around on party buses, and that was really hilarious. It was a great, great time, and it was a great bonding experience with the girls while we were on these buses as well. We did salsa competitions. We did karaoke competitions. We were eating at buffet. They covered the meals for pageant week. We went shopping at Eaton Town Centre, which was amazing. It was so much fun because it's such a huge mall, and many of us have never been to Toronto. So it was an amazing experience, and if you want to travel within Canada, this is an amazing way to do it because you're really safe, you're protected, and they show you around everywhere as well. They took us to Canada's Wonderland, which is an amusement park in Toronto. It's huge, and it is so much fun. They taught us how to runway walk, as I was saying, Meji Mazilis. She's also walked on runways as well. You should look her up. She's gorgeous, and she can walk. We were also taught how to do makeup and hair application. So for daytime interview, we were taught how to apply daytime makeup. And for nighttime interview and pageant, we were also taught how to apply darker, more suitable makeup for everyone's skin tone and face shape. It was great, especially for the teens who are just getting out there and learning how to apply for jobs and everything. I think this also offers a great service for them, that it's good to instill confidence in them and teach them the way how to present themselves in public and how to represent yourself to charities, et cetera, et cetera. It's wonderful for teens and people that need help with their confidence levels. We were also doing a photo shoot after regional assessment when we had our regional titles. We did a photo shoot with our regional crowns and sashes, which was a lot of fun. We did pool parties and bikini competitions. There is a lot of negative feedback about bikini competitions, and people wonder, well, why are girls prancing around in bikinis? Well, I'm just telling you, it is not degrading. We have worked so hard on our bodies. One second. Somebody said it's blurry, so I'm just going to move. We've worked very hard on our bodies, and we are also sponsored by some swimsuit companies. And it really instills confidence when you can walk out into a crowd in a bikini and just show that you love your body and you don't care what anybody thinks because it's you. It's an amazing, amazing thing. So one second. I'm just seeing that reception is a little bit weak. So I'm just going to move over again. So again, I was saying it's really amazing to have the bikini competition be a part of it. I think always there's going to be negative people out there bashing it and saying it's not good, but you allow your daughter to wear a bikini on a beach in front of millions of strangers in the summer, so all of a sudden it's not okay on stage. Doesn't really make sense, right? So we are judged on ourselves and our confidence levels. That has nothing to do with the way we look. It's just about how you present yourself on stage and kind of what some people would call an awkward situation. I never felt uncomfortable on stage. There were girls that were much heavier, much taller, much shorter, that rocked it on stage, and it was amazing to see. And I think it gives girls confidence that look like them, that are like, wow, well, if she can do it, then I can do it too. So it's great. There is no cookie cut image for this competition. We are all shapes, different shapes, sizes, colors, nationalities, religions, and it teaches us a lot about each other and how to accept each other's differences. MCGP made it very clear that they are not, they do not condone surgery. Once you win as a pageant winner, they do not condone surgery, and they do not accept doing clubbing events or bar events where we are in that situation. So that's one thing also that I love about MCGP is they will never compromise you and your safety for the sake of publicizing their pageant. So they've asked me to talk about being crowned and being crowned, and that was an amazing thing. The whole show was actually amazing. Also, like the final show, we were all backstage and we all finished walking on stage in bikinis and we all run backstage and we're like, wow, that was so amazing. That was so much fun. And then you go back out in an evening gown and girls get called onto stage to answer questions. And meanwhile, we're all backstage kind of celebrating with each other. So that was amazing. While I was crowned on stage, it was very emotional for me because I had no family there in Toronto, but I had my pageant sisters, and that was just an amazing experience. It was really awesome. While I was being crowned, what was going through my head was like, wow, I can't believe I did it. I came not really expecting to win. I just wanted an experience. And I was like, oh, if I don't win, I get the travel experience and I get to meet girls from all over Canada. So to actually win was kind of shocking for me. It was really cool. Teen safety, they have chaperones, they have support. A lot of girls that joined the competition had social anxiety. So while we were doing karaoke competitions or salsa competitions, some people would get anxiety attacks, and we were all very supportive, and Maya took them aside, and other older pageant members that were there to watch the girls also took them aside and spoke to them and helped them, and they ended up competing and doing very, very well. Some girls even got the little crowns. And it was a huge confidence booster just to do it in front of the 80 girls. It's 12 days, but you bond so well and you get to know each other's weaknesses and strengths and support each other through everything. And that is why I love pageantry so much. It's really a support system while the competition is going on and even after as well. During my appearances, while I go out into Vancouver, I have the opportunity to meet owners and directors of different charities and organizations, and they've been such a huge help to me because every time they have a fundraiser or a charity, I'm invited out VIP status, and it is unbelievable to get to meet people in my city that need help and invite me to their charities and fundraisers and give me insight into their life and their story. It's all about meeting people and seeing how you can be of assistance to your community and help change it for the better. So it's really amazing. Not only do you have this family when you compete with MCGP, but when you leave, your city becomes so small because you get so involved with all these runs and things that I've mentioned before. And people come up to you And they're like, wow, that is so cool. You competed in a pageant. That's a beautiful crown. That's a beautiful sash. What do you do? And I get to say, for me, my platform is mental health. So I get to explain them how mental health has affected my life. And it's also a huge reason why I came into pageantry, is because my father was diagnosed with psychosis and depression. And while I signed up for MCGP, he was in the hospital. He was in the hospital for about 4 months. And I dropped out, and people told me, no, get back in there. Pageantry will help you to get your message out there. It will get you involved with a mental health network, and it will get people to see what it's about, and you can really put a voice to your cause. And that's what I've been doing since then. Now I'm on the board of Yaffa Housing Society, which is a mental health not an institute, but a house for people affected by mental health in our community. So pageantry has helped me get my message out there, and the Canadian Mental Health Association has come up to me and asked me to come to events and everything and share my story. So it's all about what you can bring to the table and how people can offer you an opportunity to help you get your message out there. And it's just amazing. So it's really helped me with my platform, and I'm honored to help people affected with mental health issues. I myself had anxiety growing up, and this past year, while I met these girls that were going through these problems, and while I was dealing with my dad, it actually helped me overcome my anxiety and depression as well. I'm not as affected by it anymore. And since MCGP just kind of gave me this opportunity, I'm not scared to take opportunities anymore either. It's kind of like opening a door for me. So that was amazing. The opportunities that MCGP has given me and that I can use their name for is unbelievable. With modeling, with going out there, I've also been interviewed for some acting stuff as well. And I've put MCGP on my resume, and it looks amazing. People are very impressed by it. They are going to send me to Miss Universal Petite this coming September to represent Canada, which I'm very happy. I'm going to be going with Isabel Pafford, Miss Teen Canada, and she's going to be going for Miss Teen Universe as well. So that is very exciting because I've seen my older pageant members and the international opportunities that they've had, and it makes me so excited. So I'm going to be going on a cruise with different petite pageant winners from different countries, and we are going to be competing on a cruise, I think, to the Bahamas this September. So I can't thank MCGP enough, and that is a part of my prize as a winner. They cover all the costs for that pageant. Kim Magistrado will be doing hair and makeup for me while I compete on the ship. I think Meji will come along. The pageant director will go with me. We do not go places alone. We are always in a team, and I'm really grateful to them for instilling that kind of family into pageantry for me, because it means a lot to me. What am I doing to get prepared for that pageant? I'm working out a lot for myself. I believe I should present myself the best possible way I can. MCGP has not told me to lose weight or wear less makeup or do anything to alter my look. They've supported who I am and have chosen to represent myself on behalf of MCGP for their pageant, which I am honored, because so many of us have different looks and religions and everything, and there is no cookie cutter look, and I'm really happy that they haven't asked me to alter myself in any way to compete for this pageant. So thank you to MCGP for the opportunity. One thing that I'm happy about is once my year is over and I give my crown and sash back, my opportunity with MCGP isn't over. I can still compete internationally. I can still use it to go forward with my modeling career, etc., and they will always have my back. I can always go to MCGP and ask for an opportunity, and they will be there for me. So I'm very grateful to them for that. And it's one reason why you should apply, is because I think once you join pageantry and you see what it's all about and the support that you get from it, there is no going back to the way you were before. It really changes you for the better, and you get connected to girls, and you just have so many experiences that you wouldn't get otherwise, that I strongly recommend it to daughters, sisters, friends. Share this video and let everybody know that you are good enough to compete on stage. Everybody has a life story, and it's good enough for MCGP, and it's good enough to compete internationally with girls from all over the world. While I was getting ready for the competition, I've also been blessed to be approached with sponsorship. I was sponsored by After 5 for my evening gown, which was beautiful, and I was very lucky. I got my other evening gowns from Value Village before I was sponsored, like $12 gowns. They were used, they were completely beautiful and fine, and MCGP had no problem with it, clearly. So you don't need a lot of money to compete and buy clothes and jewelry and makeup. Whatever you have is fine, and it's completely accepted by MCGP. So as the winner, you get to travel internationally. There is also a Young Canadian Achiever Award, and there's also an Ambassador Award, and I think you get a scholarship for that as well. The winner also gets a $5,000 grand prize, and her international pageant is actually covered. So yeah, the Crown has brought me many opportunities and has opened many doors for me. And I'm just very, very grateful to Maya and Kim and Meji and Jenny and Eden, who are 2 previous title holders that have helped me. So it's really amazing. And I thank you very, very much for your support from the pageant. While I'm in Vancouver and they're in Toronto, they check in every day and they make sure we're doing okay and we can handle it. The commitments, while you win, it's no big deal. I'm supposed to do like 2 commitments a month, and lately I've been doing over 2. It's very easy to find events to accept you into the events and community and let you wear your sash and crown. It's very supportive and it's completely amazing. So if anybody has any questions, one thing that I'm going to cover is while I was researching the pageant and when I signed up for it, I did see some negative comments online, and it kind of swayed me a little bit because they were so negative. And I did some research into it. And there's so much positivity about this pageant. And I looked into it and just researched the girls, and I found out that they were past pageant participants that didn't do so well, and I guess they were a little bit bitter about not winning. So like everything, there will be negative comments online. Always go to people that are in the pageant, go to a reputable source, because we've been through it. I have pictures and I have videos to prove what an amazing time I've had, and I know 80 girls with the same experience that would be happy to tell you their story. So definitely do your research, it's great, but for myself, I can definitely vouch for MCGP and say they are an amazing organization and they've given me amazing opportunities. The production is so warm and loving. I also lost my grandfather during the production, and they were so supportive throughout the time. It was really hard. I found out right after confidence training that my grandfather passed away, and the director came and gave me candles so I could do my prayer and everything. And I'm really grateful that it's such a loving, warm environment. And the pageant moms that are there for their daughters also feel like you're pageant moms, and everyone's just, it's a really amazing community. So that's basically my story right now. I have more events coming up with different organizations. I'm going to be doing Life Without Limits Gala for the Cerebral Palsy Association in about a week. I'm doing the Climb for Clean Air. I think it's the BC Lung Association at the Sheraton Vancouver Hotel, and I will be there in my sash and crown alongside firefighters and various other pageant members from my community. To any girls in local communities that have the little pageants, I'd say definitely go out and apply for Miss Canada Globe. Don't just start at your little pageantry level. If you're going to do it, go all the way, because this is definitely an experience and it's definitely worth it, and it's amazing. If anybody has any questions, I'm still here. I'm just trying to think what else. Oh, I can show you my crown. It's really pretty. I'm very protective over it because everyone's like, wow, they're so mesmerized by it and they want to touch it. And I'm like, oh, it's a little sensitive, but this is my crown. It's really nice. Yeah, so I won that August the 13th of this year. I'm just going to explain what a platform is. A platform is My platform was mental health. So I took on a charity to represent throughout my reign. And my charity was the VGH Mental Health Association. No, sorry. It was mental health, but it was the mental ward at VGH that I specifically wanted to help because my father was there as a patient. And I felt that they really needed support just because I saw the conditions there, and I felt that I should help. So this year, actually, I made it my mission to help out. So I collected crayons and coloring books and different forms of entertainment to share with people on the ward because it was kind of grungy, and I just wanted to get the message out there that they really need help. So that's what I'm doing this year. I don't just work with the VGH Mental Ward. I'm also with the Canadian Mental Health Association, with Yaffa Housing Society. I love talking to anybody that has any problems. I feel like it's something that I want to pursue after is get involved with the mental health organization, and I would love them to see all that I'm doing thanks to pageantry and acknowledge it. And basically, I just want to help out with mental health patients and everything all around Vancouver. So my platform was mental health. Other people did the SPCA, or the Battered Woman Support Systems. So everyone had a different platform. There were many. And that's basically what you're interviewed on in the pageant. You give a small presentation about statistics and everything, and you basically put out how you can help and how you want to improve. I'm just going to explain why we charge an entrance fee. Okay, so the entrance fee that we charge covers everything during pageant week. So let me just go back. During pageant week, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, pageant week is about 10 days. It's longer than a week. That covers your hotel. That covers your transportation, which is party buses. That covers the, oh, sorry, I was just reading the comment. That covers the end of the show. They rent out a huge stage to perform on. They rent that out. They rent out the ballroom of the hotel that we stay in to rehearse in every single day. It covers party buses, salsa. The salsa competition is also a full buffet as well. The karaoke competition, it's also a full buffet as well at a restaurant. We are covered by party buses to take us shopping. We are covered to go to Canada's Wonderland. We are covered to do makeup and hair training. We are covered to do, so it's 7 days of nationals. So for all those 7 days, we are completely covered for everything that we do within those 7 days in Toronto. And you're traveling, and there's many girls eating 3 times a day, and you get snacks, and it's just, there's so much cost expenses that aren't put out in detail, but what they make us pay, it's not much, honestly. For it to be covered, it covers your crowns and your sashes, it covers the training, it covers rental facilities. Everything that we need during that week is covered. So there shouldn't be any problems covering that. You can get sponsored, you can have fundraisers. Yeah, it covers videography and photography as well. We are followed by photographers and videographers everywhere we go, all over Toronto, and that also is quite expensive. So yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people that work for MCGP that need to be paid as well. That's all covered. Training is not free for the pageant to hire, and we're very, very lucky to have skilled people help us throughout those pageant days. So it's really amazing, actually, that we get all of that and learn how to interview and runway walk and pose and all that kind of stuff for the entrance fee amount. Because if you are somebody that's interested in going into modeling or going into acting, the lessons, like the cost of the lessons and everything to do that, even for modeling, I was interviewed about a month ago. They want you to pay to learn how to walk and pose and everything. So when you say, well, I signed up for Miss Canada Glow Productions and they taught me how to do everything there, and you walk into a casting call and you get accepted, you just saved a whole bunch of money. And they charge well over $1,000 and for your photos that you get at MCGP that you can use to approach a modeling agency, that's covered as well. So you really end up saving a lot of money, and the entrance fee covers a lot of things that you can use to approach different avenues that you're interested in after the pageant. So Elodie says it even covers Band-Aids for your feet. They really take good care of us. There are a lot of people working for the pageant during the entire week because we are everything for them. Exactly. And we are like family to them. There is a lady called Tita Julie, and she helped us whenever we had issues. When my grandfather died, I remember I was really upset during the pageant, and I knocked on Tita Julie's door early in the morning, and she opened it, and she sat me down and calmed me down and asked me if there was anything she could do for me. And that was within the first few days of the pageant. So they are 100% there for you, and it's honestly amazing. Shanli, training for pageants can cost up to $300. We are very lucky we get the training we do while at the pageant. You are absolutely right. I know girls that have spent so much money hiring a pageant trainer to compete. It is so expensive. So you get covered for that at MCGP. I entered with no experience with modeling or pageantry before. I got trained for everything there, and I ended up winning. So it's a huge, huge investment into my future. And that's something that I want to make clear. A lot of the times, like, we are pushing girls to join because we believe it's such an amazing experience, but this is a positive experience. There is nothing negative about this experience that I can say. Elodie, often we don't think about backstage people, but there's a lot of people running the show. With about 90 girls competing, it's a big job. That is true. I remember at the final show, there were so many people running backstage. Oh, somebody lost their gown, they sent somebody to look for it. Somebody misplaced their bikini, they sent somebody to go look for it. There's a ton of people running around backstage, making sure the shows run smoothly, making sure people are happy. Yeah, with 90 girls, there's a lot of problems. There's a lot of things that come up that we need help with hair, with makeup, so I'm very blessed to have coaches from MCGP, and I'm really happy. And if anybody has any questions, please type them into the comments so I can read them out, and that would be amazing. I'm just trying to think of something else. If you're ever interested about where people go after, like Jenny and Eden and a few other girls that have competed internationally, feel free to look on our personal pages because we have a lot of photos and write-ups about the pageant, and it's really interesting because we wrote them in the moment, and you get to see pictures from different countries. They send girls to the Dominican, they send girls to Georgia, they send girls to Miami, they send girls seriously all over the world. It's 20 girls that they send international. So that's another thing. There is top 5 for every category. So there's Miss Teen, there's Miss Petite, and the Miss category, and I think there's also a Teen Petite category. The top 5 from every category gets to go international. So even if you were 4th runner-up, you get to go compete in an international pageant anywhere all over the world. And that's something that other pageants don't offer, and it's one of the reasons why I joined. Chrissy Lalu, I love your makeup. Thank you, Chrissy. I don't think I've seen your name before. If you are interested in applying, please make sure to send Miss Canada Globe your name, age, height, email, and phone number, and the name of the girl that invited you, and we will be sure to send you an application. You can ask any question that you'd like if you're interested about pageantry and where it gets you, so it would be amazing. Shanley's right. If you don't make the top, don't worry, your journey is not over. Even girls that didn't make top 5, actually, even from the regional roster, like a girl that, let's say, somebody got crowned Miss Vancouver. She didn't get Miss BC. Actually, Janelle Bidel, she's a perfect example. She got crowned Miss, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Miss Southern BC. And they sent her to the Dominican to compete, and she was a regional title holder. So she got an opportunity that the top 5 national roster got, which is amazing. Jade, I think they send more than 20 internationally. because of the Young Canadian Achiever and Scholarship Ambassador. I think you are right. Yeah, I think you are right, Jade. I found that on the final night, all of the girls came together the most and supported everyone. It's true. It's true because we were so excited backstage and so nervous. We all supported each other that night. Can you still join, Chrissy? Yes, you can join. So as I was saying, please just make sure to send your name, age, height, email, and phone number. And if anybody invited you, you can send your name along as well. And we will assist you in getting an application started with Miss Canada Glow Productions. You have to be a Canadian citizen. You must be age 13 to 29, and you must never have been married or have had a child. And that will allow you to take part in the competition. Elodie says the few places we send girls are Dominican Republic, Malaysia, USA, Thailand, and more. Yes. I think Glenda went to China, and she had an amazing time. She put up pictures that looked unbelievable. So these international competitions, it's really something to look forward to after. I know I'm looking forward to mine and meeting other pageant winners from all over the globe. It's very exciting. So again, if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to type them in and I will do my best to answer you. And if I cannot answer you, there are tons of members on here that are. Priya Maldonado. I was so blessed to compete internationally, even though I didn't make it to top 5. I was asked to come compete for Miss Canada Charity the following year based on my rating year and ended up winning and the chance to go international. So don't be discouraged, girls. I got to compete in Chicago and met the Lieutenant Governor. That's so cool, Priya. So yeah, she didn't even make it to top 5 and she was asked to come back. And there is for Miss Canada Charity, if girls do an amazing job throughout the year and do a lot of volunteer work and do the best job they can, they are invited back to MCGP. And I know a few girls that have not made top 5, but have just done such an amazing job representing the pageant that they are a part of the Legacy Queens. And yeah, it's a group of girls that have done just an amazing job for the pageant and have really represented Miss Canada Glow Productions very, very well. So your opportunity really doesn't stop. It keeps going. So thank you so much, Priya, for sharing. That's really cool that you got to meet the Lieutenant Governor. I got to meet my mayor, which was cool because I never thought I would meet him. That was awesome. I got to meet him at the Diwali festival, actually, and I was actually asked to speak on stage and share my experience about the pageant. So that was really lovely. We get to go into any, what do you call it? Any celebration. You can wear your sash and crown. I wore actually a lehenga to go and I had a lot of fun and people were learning about pageantry and I was learning all about Diwali. And so it was amazing and I made some really good connections. I met my mayor. I met the leader of the Diwali festival. I met a lot of important people at that event actually. And at a lot of events, like you never know who you're going to meet. I've went to a mental health fundraiser and I've met tons of fashion designers and models and different charity leaders as well. So it's an amazing opportunity to put your name out there and get involved in your community and let everybody know that you can offer help and assistance to community members and change people's lives as well. And I'm really interested to see after this year is over where I will be with this crown and sash. It will be a huge, like just now it's 7 months since I've competed and already my life has changed so much. And I know so many people that I didn't know before the pageant started. So it'll be amazing to see where I am by September. Does anybody have any more questions or does any other girls have any experiences that they'd like to share with MCGP? Let me see. You know what I loved? The talent portion of the competition. I really loved that. It's the first time I saw a jingle dance. And it's the first time I got to meet so many types of First Nations girls. Because I'm from Vancouver, so we do have our band here, but I got to meet First Nations girls from Manitoba and Alberta, and I got to see a jingle dance, and Lavina Houle did a jingle dance, and I filmed it. and it was amazing. It's the first time I saw one, and I learned so much about First Nations customs and their stories and things that are going on their reserves, and it was really, really amazing. And I learned so much about different nationalities throughout this competition. I even got to meet somebody from Nunavut, Talia Muskagak. I think I'm saying that right. I got to meet somebody from Nunavut, and you learn about different ways of life from all over Canada. I got to see photos from Newfoundland, which I never even like thought about. I just thought, oh, the East Coast, that's so far away. I don't know what that looks like, but I learned so much about that, and I got to hear a Newfie accent for the first time, which was really cool. Jade, it did so much for my self-esteem and body image, and I'm eternally grateful for Eden's confidence training. So am I. It really did a lot for us. We just sat in a circle. We sat in the ballroom of the hotel and basically poured out our life stories and insecurities and traumas, and we talked about our depressions, and you learn that you're not alone. Oftentimes, it's hard for girls and anyone to sit in front of strangers and share your stories, but we were so comfortable in that environment, and we felt so safe that we just went around and shared exactly what we've been through, and everyone was so amazing. So I'm really grateful for that as well, because it showed me that people do care. You just need to listen and lend an ear, and people will come to you with their story. LOD. If you are just joining us, don't forget to watch the video from the start to get all the info that was said in our show tonight. Yes, I talked a lot today. I talked more than I was planning on, actually. I was scared I was going to be nervous, but no, this is good. Are there any other experiences or favorite parts of the pageant that you guys would like to share? There was jingle dances in the talent competition. There was Arctic sports. Talia also did that, and that was so, so cool. That was amazing. You guys should look it up if you have time. Learn more about Canada, but this is the perfect way to do it at Miss Canada Glow Productions. Sign up and meet girls from Nunavut, from Newfoundland, from Vancouver, from Edmonton, from Winnipeg, Saskatchewan. We had a lot of French speakers in the competition. If you are French and you need a French speaker, please contact Elodie. She is a French speaker and she will assist you. Crystal Day Chief, my daughter is slowly getting prepared. By August, though, she will be pageant ready. That is awesome, Crystal. I can't wait to meet her. Another thing is the pageant winners will also be present at the upcoming pageant. If I can give some advice on getting prepared for pageantry, honestly, don't stress. The best advice that I can give everybody would basically be get to know yourself and what you believe in. It's not about impressing the judges. It's not about impressing the other girls in the pageant. It's about representing yourself and what you believe in. And throughout the interview and everything, there is no right or wrong answer. There is no discrimination. You are not judged based on your answer and if the judges agree with it or not. Throughout the whole pageant, you are basically judged on how you handle yourself, how you answer your question, how you piece together an opinion or answer if somebody doesn't agree with you. And I think it's an amazing thing that MCGP has taught us through the confidence training and through the interview training is to really stick to who you are and be natural, be a natural beauty. Maybe not in the sense I'm wearing a lot of makeup, but hey. Yeah, so that's something that I was really, it really taught me. You don't have to put on a show for anybody. You can be yourself. You can put your views out there, but be confident in the way that you present yourself and the way you answer, and you'll be fine. Chantel Weeb, my favorite part was bonding with all of the girls throughout the week and watching all the girls come together as a group every day. And by the end of the week, we were a family, and we still are. Yeah, you know what? A week is not a long time, but we got to know each other inside and out. And it was amazing to see, like, from regional assessment when we were first put on stage in bikinis and evening gowns, and everyone was a little bit uncomfortable because it's your first time on stage, to the final show when people were walking out and so confident, and we were all supportive of each other, and it was just amazing. That was cool to see how people changed and believed in themselves more and really looked more confident and acted more confident and believed in themselves more. I think a lot of girls that competed, we all went through depression and anxiety and lost a little bit of ourselves along the way. And I think this pageant really kind of gave us a piece back. They taught us, like, it's okay to be you. It's okay to believe the way you believe. Where you come from is fantastic. Your background is fantastic. Your religion is fantastic. But learn how to accept other girls when you go out of this pageant, and learn how to accept other people for who they are, and don't judge. Don't compare yourself to other girls. Be an advocate for what you believe in. Help with charity. Be your best self and accept other girls for their best selves too. And I'm really grateful for the pageant for instilling that in me. There's no cattiness from our girls. We are not a typical pageant, and it's true. We didn't have a problem with cattiness. We were really, really supportive of each other. And I think that's one of the most amazing things is having it in Toronto. A lot of people came without family, and we really just had each other. So we had to just go through with it and deal with each other. And if you have a problem with somebody, deal with it right there. And it was amazing. We were really, really supportive, and I really feel like I'm sisters with these girls. Elodie, we are all unique, and that's what makes us beautiful. Absolutely. Absolutely. I strongly agree with that. And I'm blessed to have met so many girls last year. And when people are different, it kind of gives you a different outlook on the life that you're living and a different perspective. We're all Canadian, but we're all so different, and we all come from different immigrant families. Or if you're from First Nations, you all come from different bands. And there is politics everywhere, and it's not easy to be different. But I feel that's a part of being Canadian. It's being different. No one is the same. Everyone starts out in life, I think, wanting to do something and not quite getting there. And it takes a toll on your confidence. And especially for girls, it's a little bit harder. Sometimes we feel like we're dealing with hit after hit. And it's really amazing to be around a group of girls that is able to instill confidence in you. Like every day we'd get ready for the pageant and get ready for rehearsals and everything, and we'd come down to the room and, oh, I love your earrings, I love your dress, I love this, I love that. And we were all looked so different, but we were also appreciative and supportive of each other. And I think that was really, really amazing. So yeah, a lot of other pageant winners are going to be there. Older girls, younger girls, teens. It's a great mix of ages, races, religions. If you know somebody that struggles with anxiety or depression, social anxiety, maybe even if they're narrow-minded, this is a good place to have somebody be. It really opens your eyes to what Canada is and what you can do for your country and charity work and how to get involved and be just you and learn how to appreciate yourself. I know I appreciate myself more coming out of the pageant than when I went in. I definitely appreciate where I come from, where my family comes from, and what it means to be a Canadian from an immigrant family. So I have a lot of respect for this pageant for instilling this in me. And I'm very thankful for the opportunity to represent my country. And I'm very grateful for the opportunity they are giving me to go international and represent my country as well. If anybody has any questions, I don't have a clock. So I think maybe we have about 10 minutes, maybe under 10 minutes. If you have any questions that you would like answered, please feel free to ask them right now so I have time. Just try to think. Let me try to think. You don't have to buy gowns. You don't even have to get, 5 more minutes. Thanks, Elodie. You don't even have to be sponsored. You can borrow gowns from somebody. You're not judged on what you're wearing. You're judged on how you wear it and how you walk out on stage. Again, with bikini, you're not judged on how you wear it or how you fill it. You're judged on how you walk out on stage and how you feel about yourself and presenting it to everybody and just going, this is me, take it or leave it, but I am who I am, and I'm Canadian and I'm amazing. So, if anybody has any questions, please feel free. The food was amazing at the hotel, I must say. Lots of variety for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And the times that we went out to buffets and everything, and salsa dancing, and it was amazing. It was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed bonding with the girls. Shopping was fun too. We got to go to the CN Tower. We got to go to the famous Toronto sign. I don't know what they call that there, but that was really cool because I only see it in movies, so I got to see it in person. Toronto's so diverse, it's so different. They say all of Canada is very multicultural, but in Toronto you see it even more, and I think that's what makes you open your eyes even more is when you're going out of province. It's really amazing. To be honest, this is the first time my daughter will be traveling alone to the big city of Toronto. Nervous, but she will be safe and have fun. Crystal, there is nothing to worry about. Honestly, the girls do not get a chance to be alone. We are rehearsing so much. Like we wake up at about 8 in the morning and sometimes we're rehearsing until 2. There is no time. They do not let them go out into malls on the street or anything and have fun by themselves. There is none of that. We are constantly on a party bus. If we're going shopping in the mall, there is a buddy system and we are walking throughout the mall to make sure the girls are where they are supposed to be at all times. Nothing to be nervous about. There is security. They cannot just walk out of the hotel and do whatever they please. Elodie, so the Facebook page is Miss Canada Globe. I think just Miss Canada Globe. www.facebook.com/Miss Canada Globe. And that will take you to the Facebook page. If anybody wants any video or anything, they have filmed the final production. There's 2 videos of how pageant week went and all the events that we did, so you should definitely take a look at that. Oh yeah, Elodie, we have a Facebook group of sell and trade pageant clothes and accessories. We usually add all of our recruits there, so feel free to ask one of us. It's a good way to get cheap gowns that look beautiful on stage. Yes. Thank you for sharing. Elodie just posted a link if you are interested. And you can message Jenny as well. Also, what else? They will be sending out booklets and everything of things that you need later on, closer to the date, for color schemes and stuff, if you've already applied and are wondering. Girls, practice walking in heels. You will be walking on stage in heels and everything. It's also a very useful skill anywhere. If anybody has any last minute questions, you really aren't judged on your gown or how you look. My national costume, there were so many better ones. Oh my gosh. Like I made mine by hand. It didn't look so great, and I was looking at other girls and I was like, oh my goodness. Everybody really put a lot of time in, but it's really how you present yourself on stage, how you talk, your beliefs, your ideals, just how you get yourself across to people. And that's what the pageant is about, is making yourself clear and making your beliefs known and how you represent Canada. And it's just an amazing, amazing experience. It is not a shallow competition by any means. So I want to thank everybody for joining the live feed today. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for asking all of your questions. You can follow up with me after. My name is Alicia Ohana. I am Miss Canada Petite 2016-2017, and I'd be happy to help any of you apply. You can send me your name, age, height, email, and phone number, and we'll try to get you a free application today. So thank you guys so much for listening. And we will see you on the next live stream. Thanks, guys.